우리나라 사람들은 다 본 세월간이 1위요. 응. 네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 사이란 스타TV의 배우 유일한 소개
안나입니다.
안나씨 반갑습니다. 네, 여러분 오늘은 저희가 아주 스페셜한 게스트를 모셨습니다. 우리 맨날 한국분만 여기를 모셨었는데, 우리 또 외국분입니다. 네, 우리 또, 인도 영화를 보기 위해서, 네, 우리 자기소개 그냥 본인이 해주세요. 네.
안녕하세요. 저는 애나라고 합니다. 저는 미국에서 온 연출 겸 배우예요.
연출 겸 배우의 우리
네.
안나씨. 우리 또 영어로도 우리 또 외국 여기 또 구독자들이 많기 때문에 또 영어로 또 자유롭게 또 자막이 안 나와도 될 정도로 영어로 한번 또 자기소개 해주세요.
Hi, my name is Anna. I am from the United States and I am an actress/director.
영어가 훨씬 더. 근데 이 정도 영어는 나도 이제 알아듣겠어. 아까 한 거잖아. 저는 미국에서 왔고요. 네, 저는 또 우리 배우 겸 연출을 하고 계시는데, 그럼 배우를 어디서 활동을 하고 계시는 거예요?
요즘은 드라마 조금 하고, 영화도 조금 하고, 그리고
광고도 하시고,
네.
한국에서?
네.
그럼 한국에 오신 지 얼마나 된 거예요?
거의 7년
7년.
넘게.
어쩐지 한국말을 너무 잘하신다. 네. 그럼 한국말, 그 다음에 한국어, 영어, 또 다른 나라 말 할 수 있어요?
폴란드어.
폴란드어를 할 수 있어요?
네.
그럼 폴란드어로 지금 자막이 나갈지는 모르겠지만, 폴란드어로 인사를 그냥.
젠더브레.
뭐 끝이에요? 그땐 모르겠네. 나도 저거 종이로 다 할 수 있다 그러면은. 아무튼 우리 안나 씨랑 같이 또 오늘 인도 또 영화에 대해서 공부를 해볼 텐데, 안나 씨 솔직히 인도 영화 본 거 있어요, 없어요?
한 번도 못 봤어요.
한 번도 못 봤어요?
네.
미국에서도 못 봤고 한국에서도 못 봤고.
네.
그럼 인도 영화에 대해서 생각하는 것 있어요? 뭐 어떤 영화인 것 같다, 아니면 어떻게 들어봤다, 아니면 뭐 좀 생각했던 거?
저는 생각만 아는 거는 춤.
춤.
춤에 대해서 알아요.
춤이나 노래가 많이 나온다.
네. 그거 유튜브에서 많이 봤어요. 뮤직비디오처럼 촬영했던 춤들이 영화에서 나는 거 그냥 그거만.
그럼 발리우드라고 들어봤어요?
네.
인도 영화가 이제 발리우드라고 우리 사람들 많이 알고 있는데, 발리우드뿐만 있는 게 아니라 또 여러 가지 또 있어요. 뭐 콜리우드, 톨리우드, 샌달우드. 인도가 엄청 넓잖아요. 그래서 제가 오늘 준비한 영상은 그 인도 영화를 소개하는 영상을 준비했습니다. 그러면 오늘 완전 깨끗한 마음으로 인도 영화를 한번 공부해 보세요.
네, 좋아요.
자, 영상 그럼 고고! 갑니다.
I always wanted to get into Indian cinema, and I assume a lot of you do too. Famous for glamorous productions, entertaining dance sequences, and some of the most glorious mustaches ever seen on earth. It is fascinating and intimidating, not least because of all the untranslated titles. I mean, come on. And with so many separate industries combined to make the biggest film producing nation in the world, the water is way deep. So I asked you, our viewers, for movie recommendations and got absolutely flooded. I spent the past week watching as many Indian films as possible, and I'm here to give you my first impressions. Specifically about the three biggest film industries in India: Hindi cinema of Bollywood, Tamil cinema of Kollywood, Telugu cinema of Hollywood, and tell you which films I think you should watch. Bear in mind, I'm a total amateur when it comes to the cinema of India. So, what I'm saying are almost purely my anecdotal experience with minimal research. With that out of the way, let's begin our journey through the colorful world of Indian cinema. To an average foreigner, Bollywood is practically synonymous with cinema of India.
Tollywood, Jollywood. There's a
그래,
million
우리나라
names
사람도
for it.
그러고.
We're calling it Bollywood because it sums it up nicely.
However, this success is both a blessing and a curse. There is a good chance that what's in your head right now
내가 다
isn't
보냐,
actually
내가.
from Bollywood.
파리가 주인공이야.
Yes, none of those. Bollywood actually specifically refers to the Mumbai film industry, which produces mostly Hindi language films. These films are relatively grounded and romantic, not too dissimilar to Hollywood
뮤지컬
musicals.
같이.
Look at Sholay, the action classic from India, and you won't find any gravity-defying actions. Love was the defining theme of classic Bollywood.
정말 라라랜드 같고,
Practically
그러니까
every
오히려
Bollywood
라라랜드가
classic
인도
is a
영화들을 어떻게 보면
romance
더
of some
이렇게
kind,
따라하는
such
느낌으로
as
이거 봐
1995's
이거 봐 그런
DDLJ.
느낌이다. 인도 국민 배우야. 네. 밝고,
It's a movie
이쁘잖아요.
about a girl
장센이.
falling in love with a boy and with the boy's help fights against her arranged marriage. It sounds cheesy, but that's Bollywood for you. It's a very cozy viewing experience. It's all about knowing the outcome and excitedly waiting for it to happen.
rom
Now, I said love was the defining theme
방금 저
because
사람과 이
in
사람들이
recent years,
국민 배우예요,
Bollywood
인도에서.
seems to be diversifying. Dangal, for example, steps away from the melodrama formula. This 2016 movie tells the story of a father training his daughters to become sports wrestlers, and in the process, challenges Indian gender traditions, breaks gender norms.
인도가 생각보다
It is
이런
a
좀
beautifully
내용들이
written
많아.
film, and became
여성에
a bit of
대해서,
a gender
계급에
equality piece
대해서
in Asia.
छोरियों को देख रही है कल तू जीतेगी तो अकेले नहीं जीतेगी तेरे साथ उनके
이거
रिश्ते
당장 꼭 봐야 돼. 이거 넷플릭스도 있을
You can
텐데.
certainly start a Bollywood journey with Dangal, but really, when it comes to Bollywood, there is one movie we all know of.
그리고 이거 우리나라 사람들은 다 본 세월간이 1위야.
Three Idiots is a 2009 coming-of-age
오빠,
comedy
이거 봐야
about
돼.
friendship
주인공이
between
똑같아.
three engineering
아까 저 사람이 몸
students.
키운 거였어 아까.
Fraternity, beer, music, format, exams. The college experience is really universal. The approachable setting makes it an excellent entry movie. Yet, underneath this
이것도
cozy
교육에 대해
exterior,
비판한 거야.
the film is actually
인도가
an
교육열
intense
교육을 많이
criticism
하잖아,
on the
저기
Indian
공업,
education system
저런
and
거.
success culture. A culture that drives a lot of
맞아,
students
맞아.
into
그걸 재밌게
engineering,
표현을 해.
even if their passion is with, say, photography.
और ये कॉलेज है प्रेशर कुकर नहीं
If you haven't noticed, all of the best Bollywood movies have a knack for fighting against traditions, norms, and authorities. Arranged marriage, sexism. But usually, these movies don't explore these themes deeply. They are, after all, cozy little entertainments. But Three Idiots went way above and beyond. Nearly every sequence satirizes the education system in some way.
दोस्त फेल हो जाए तो दुख होता है लेकिन दोस्त फर्स्ट आ जाए तो ज्यादा दुख होता है
It sees the absurdity in the system and deals with it with a laughter. No doubt, many of us were forced by our parents into studying something we didn't want to, and spent years in a highly competitive schooling system destroying ourselves. Seeing our character confronting his father about this, it is touching.
आपके लिए जो भी करूंगा दिल से करूंगा
저 지금은 사진작가가 꿈인데 아빠는 자꾸
आज बस एक
군대 들어가서 박사
दिल की
되라고.
बात सुनने दीजिए ना
Through this film's endless wisdom, we get to experience the lives and friendships of these characters, but also the struggles of many students in India. We aren't just sightseeing, we get to know how the people of India perceive themselves. We get to know India. That's why I think Three Idiots is the best movie to get into Bollywood cinema.
लाइफ
최고의
में
말,
कितनी
진짜.
बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो ना उसको बोलो कोई बात नहीं चाचू सब ठीक ठाक है ऑल इज वेल
Before we move on, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, NordVPN, for making this video possible. Binging so many films isn't easy. While I speak English mostly fine, I still find some films in Chinese, which isn't always available in Netflix Canada. Yes,
뭐, 다
streaming
먹고
services
살려고.
don't just reach unlock a film.
저희도
they
구독
also
좋아요를
reach
해주셔야
unlock
먹긴
a
합니다. 네.
That's why I use NordVPN, which allows me to switch my virtual location to Hong Kong, and voila, Chinese
번역하는
subtitles.
그런 어플인가 보네
And
이게.
with over 5,200 servers, you can access all of your favorite contents with amazing speed and security. A single account supports up to 6 devices, meaning you can easily go from your desktop to your phone and keep watching without interruptions. Go to NordVPN/AccentCinema or use the code
아이고, 쓰고 있어요?
AccentCinema to get
그건
a
아니고.
2-year free bonus gift.
한번 써봐요 나중에.
And if you are not satisfied, you can always get your money back within 30
30일 내에
days.
환불이 된다.
So, browse the world with NordVPN and explore the world to your heart's content.
챕터
If Bollywood is sweet, Hollywood is much spicier.
컬리우드가 또 있어.
Indeed, Hollywood cinema seems to prefer the gritty dramatics. Music and dance take a backseat. Action and drama are the focus here. This
액션도.
is where you start finding your meme materials.
와, 좋아.
But the one thing that
방금.
really catches my eyes is that with a more aggressive style, Tamil movies also have more aggressive stories.
약간 스릴러적이고
Takes a light
약간 그런 게
for
많아.
example.
edgy.
It tells the story of a countryman navigating the dangerous and corrupt business world, trying to establish a low-cost airline that can improve the lives of the poor. Instead of fun and uplifting, this movie is direct and is angry at the injustice. Here, we see the main character fights to stop the train, a train that ignores the poor and serves only the privileged. We see the violence front and center. Even 2.0, which is really just a CGI fest entertainment film, spends a lot of time delving into its environmentalist discussion. And with that in mind, the movie I want to talk about is probably not an obvious choice, but it is so good and so clever, I have to share it. Super Deluxe is a 2019 black comedy. It's a Pulp Fiction style anthology film where many stories intersect. In one story, 5 teenagers gather to watch porn, only to find out the actress is one of the teens' mom.
웃긴다. 내가 아예 안 맞는데 설정이 너무 웃긴다.
Meanwhile, a young boy and his family are waiting for the return of his father after 7 years, only to find out the father is now a woman.
와.
How's that for a twist?
Big reveal.
In both cases, we see characters unable to accept the shocking reveal. And that was all just the setup. It only escalates from here. This movie sees the humor in these people's self-pity. As if they are the ones suffering. Well, guess what? The only one who isn't suffering is the kid. The innocent child who sees no problem with his dad being a woman. He just asks questions and tries to understand.
நம்ம செருப்பு போடும்போது சில சமயம் காலை மாற்றி போட்டுப்போம் இல்லையா அந்த மாதிரி சாமி என்னோட உடம்பு மாற்றி போட்டுருச்சு.
With highly sarcastic humor, the film pokes fun at people's obsession with family reputation. All that anguish came from their own prejudice against others. It's a very dense movie with a lot more going on than what I just summarized. It's normal to get confused by this film, but that is part of fun.
இந்த வாழ்க்கை அர்த்தமற்றது ஆனால் உன்னதமானது. நம் வாழ்வில் மிக மிக உன்னதமானது என்று ஒன்று உண்டென்றால் அது இந்த வாழ்க்கையே தான்.
If you are into more indie, art house, counterculture stuff, Super Deluxe is, with no exaggeration, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. And
나도 이거
also
안
one of
봤는데
the most
같이
beautiful.
같이 봤으면 재밌겠다.
This is literally every frame a painting. While Tamil cinema certainly has some big action films, the ones recommended by our audience are generally more reserved. Business drama, family drama, the drama is hidden in the undercurrent. That doesn't appear to be the case for Telugu films. For Tollywood, action is the drama. For a wacky superhero movie like Iga,
파리로 환생한 거다 죽을 저 첫사랑이 그래가지고 복수하는 거야. 자기 여자친구 괴롭히는 사람한테 파리로 변해가지고 너무 웃기지.
to a serious
근데 여기서
the action is well imagined, well realized, and it is as impressive as it is story driven. The edge is on full display.
그러니까 장르도 되게 다양해.
Look at Dum Dum, a Bollywood sports flick. The drama happens mostly in training. Each match is less about the action itself and more about the subtext and implication, all except the climactic last match. Compare that to Jersey, the 2019 Telugu film about a 36-year-old retired cricketer trying to get back into the game. The film pays equal attention to the personal drama as well as the development of each match. Jersey takes a great deal of time to let each game plays out, reveling in its form and spectacle. It is a drama film and an action film. But really, when it comes to Telugu action, there is only one movie in our mind. Bahubali is a 2015 fantasy epic about an exiled king returning to claim his throne. The action in this movie is second to none.
액션이
You'll find plenty of gravity-defying stuff here, Yet it is done with just enough drama and gravitas that it never quite becomes shockingly silly or shockingly stupid. It walks the fine line between fantasy and reality, something that even its sequel couldn't quite manage. Goes to show how difficult this style really is. Yet in this film, there are also romantic-themed, extravagant songs and dances, a simple good versus evil folktale, as well as the sharp and gritty drama. It has a little bit of everything. The titular Bahubali is a fun character too. Guess what makes him the god's chosen one? What makes him a great king that everyone loves? We see him willing to sit beside slaves and share a meal. We see him spare an innocent sacrificial animal and chooses to use his own blood as an offering. We see him move the lingam to the waterfall, a sacrilege to any common man, just so his mother can do less hard work. He's a good king because he's willing to challenge unnecessary traditions for the good of the common people. I'm sensing a theme here. If you are more interested in the crazier side of Indian cinema, and let's be honest, who isn't, Bahubali is the go-to film. It's crazy but serious. It's creative but traditional. It has all the good things you would expect from an Indian production. On this channel, whenever I bring up modern-day Indian movies, I usually show this movie. I can't pronounce it, purely because it has some fantastic visuals. And every time I use it, there'll be at least one Indian viewer saying, "This movie sucks." After I sat my ass down and seriously watched some Indian movies, I think I can finally see why.
కానీ సక్సెస్ మటుకు అందరికీ దక్కదు, ఎక్కడో వందలో ఒక్కలకి.
It's fun to indulge in a world fantasy, but nothing is quite as satisfying as seeing an underdog hero wins.
நான் இல்லாம போனாலும் சரி, நீங்க என்னத்தை பண்ணாலும் சரி, ஏரோப்ளேன்ல போயாச்சு, இனியும் போவாங்க.
In my journey to experience the films of India, I saw a nation of industries that belongs to the common folk. Indian cinema challenges the rich, the powerful, the authority, the corruption, the prejudice, the regressive. It is a forward-thinking art form, with eyes looking into a better future. And that is the best part of this journey. It inspires me to be better, to do better, to make things better. And my journey into the cinema of India has only just begun.
와. 맨날 어땠어요? 지금 딱 보고 느낀 점.
일단 되게 미장센, 저 연출로서 미장센 색감들이
그치,
너무
너무 이쁘지.
좋아서 그리고 영화마다 달라요.
영화마다 색깔 느낌이 다르죠, 화면에.
네, 맞아요. 그것도 그 영화의 주제랑 영화 그 내용 관련된 거랑 잘 맞는 것 같아서 되게 궁금해요. 이제 그 영화들이 보고 싶어요.
그치, 지금 영화 뭐뭐 적어놨어, 지금? 다 적어놓은 거 아니야?
그런 거 같아요. 단갈.
단갈.
Three Idiots. 스프 델락스.
이거 내가 본 것도 있고 안 본 거는 또 한번 같이 봅시다.
좋아요.
그러면서 이제 인도 영화를 보니까 또 이제 뭐 계급이라든지 아니면 뭐 성차별이라든지 뭐 이런 그런 얘기들을 오히려 진짜 좀 필요한 영화들인 것 같아.
네. 그리고 세계적으로 필요한 것 같아요.
이런 영화들이 막 그 순전히 오락 영화 이런 것도 아니고 정말 인도 영화의 어떤 그런 특징들을 잘 나타내는 그런 영상이었습니다. 또 느낀 점 있어요?
그 마지막에 그 narrator 그 분 얘기했던 거는 그 영화들이 inspire yourself and inspire change. 저도 그 연출로서 그것 때문에 영화 만들잖아요. 사람들이 생각 조금이라도 했으면 좋겠다.
저걸 보고 뭘 느끼거나 생각을 하거나.
그래서 그거 너무 맞는 것 같고 궁금해요. 저도 어떤 생각이 영화들을 볼 때 어떤 생각이
그러니까 이게 또 그렇게 또 너무 주입식으로 하면 이게 교육 영화가 돼버리잖아. 그러니까
맞아요.
중간에 춤과 노래가 있으면서 또 엔터테인적인 요소도 충분히 발휘가 되니까 즐겁고 미장센적으로 화려하고 괜찮아요, 그죠?
네, 좋아요. 저도 그 밸런스 되게 어려울 것 같아요.
그치.
어떻게 하는지 되게 저도 배우고 배우고 싶어요.
그러면은 안나는 우리 자주 여기 와가지고 인도 영화를 정말 자주 보는 걸로.
네,
네,
좋아요.
알겠습니다. 그럼 다음에는 아무튼 인도 영화를 본격적으로 보기 전에 트레일러 또 한번 보도록 할게요. 네, 그러면은 우리는 다음에 또 만나요. 안녕.